Hello Sagittarius, it is time for your mid-September update. We'll start off with your oracle card to see what kind of energy or theme you're working with here in the second half of September. And you have Divine Matrix. Bring that down a little bit. So the primary thing that came through for me is everything is connected. If something really sticks out to you, pay attention to that. There's something there for you to learn more about, or at least to note when that occurs so that you notice when it occurs again. And it will tie those two things together. Two seemingly unrelated things that may occur, but there's something that connects them that you need to be aware of, that you should pay attention to. So like if somebody pulls on a thread in a weave, depending on which direction they're going to, it could completely tear it apart, or it could just leave a little bit of a flaw in there, or it's a change in the pattern. So this may all be about you needing to change or pay attention to what your patterns are and evaluate what changes you can make to better keep the weave tight and together so things flow smoothly and the connections occur seemingly effortlessly. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for that. Now let's see what your tarot cards have to say to go with that. All right, here we go. We have the Moon, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Hermit, and the Lovers. So you have three major arcana cards here: the Moon, the Hermit, and the Lovers. So there's some significance here. It is really important that you pay attention to what your patterns are right now. So there may be something that is stressing you or triggering you or somehow challenging you. And there is a pattern in here that it's time for you to see. Things are happening to help you recognize it so that you can make adjustments. Okay. So starting off here with the Moon, this means that something is going to be revealed. The Moon reveals things. You can see things under the light of the Moon that you cannot see in the full light of the day. These things are hidden under normal circumstances. But there is something, I'm going to say, okay, somebody's casting some shade, but they're not being subtle about it, which is going to cause you probably to dig deeper into what they've said in the past and to understand things are not exactly what they seem. The picture that they're showing the world is not the reality. So something is revealed here, some secret that they're hiding, something that they've been trying to avoid other people seeing in them. And maybe this is a part, you recognize that as a part of yourself. Maybe it is a reflection on you or to you, something that you need to know, something that you need to reflect on. Because that is also part of this Moon energy, is that reflection. So pay attention. Trust your third eye too. Trust your intuition here. If something is niggling at you and you're like, no, that's silly, pay attention to it. It's there for a reason. Dig in. And leverage this energy. This feels like you. This is fire. It's feminine energy. It's authority. It's a leadership. But it's a little bit softer than the king or the masculine energy. But wands are all fiery, passionate, very active. Like the biggest cheerleaders on the sidelines, the loudest ones cheering over there, encouraging you to go after what it is that you want. This is you digging in. You're leveraging your own energy to dig into this and really understand what's going on. You're going to come out bluntly and ask people questions. You will not be holding back, because the Queen does not hold back, especially when she has a goal in mind or something that she wants to know. There's a lot of tenacity here. So ask your questions, be bold with your statements, and it will flush things out and clear the air. So everybody's on the same page for full transparency. It may end up that you're not even angry about this. What you may be angry about is the fact that they felt they had to hide this from you, that they had to hide their real self from you, which was just causing other peripheral problems. So there's a little bit of frustration there and anger that they tried to do it this way. But now that you know what's going on and you're aware of what's going on, it's up to you whether you want to keep them in your life or not, if you want to maintain contact with them or not. Could go 50-50 depending on where you are at in your life, but you're not going to let anybody tell you that you're not seeing what you're seeing and you're not feeling what you're feeling, because you know. And then we leap right into the Page of Swords. Now this is more about a fresh energy, a sense of youth here. This could be somebody, another fire sign, or somebody with that fiery temperament, maybe that you care for, or that is somehow under your care in some way. Or this is just you having a fresh perspective on this whole situation now that you know what's really going on. And there's a sense of curiosity, a desire to know more, a desire to take some new action, do something differently to see if things turn out differently. A sense of experimentation is here, or at least the desire to experiment with different ways of communicating or talking about these issues or acting on what you've learned. Doing something in a way you have not done before. You want a fresh perspective and you're willing to go for it. Even though you have no idea what that will bring, why you've never let that hold you back in the past. Why would you start now? So you're off going after that and trying something different. And then we hit the Hermit card. Now this is a card where you need to internalize what you've learned and these actions that you're taking. Why do you want to act in this way? What is driving you in that direction? Is that really the direction you want to go? Take time to really think about it alone, by yourself. This is internal work, internal processing. Is your light still leading you down that same path? Are you still being drawn in the same direction? Or have things shifted? Do you want them to shift? Where do you want to go next with this? This is something completely up to you. A decision you have to make all on your own. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. You need to trust your own inner fire. Light up your life. How are you getting to the peak? Are you going to take a different route, or are you going to follow the same route these other people were taking? I have a feeling you would go with the route less traveled, primarily out of curiosity and a desire for adventure, but what you feel and see and determine is what will be right for you, because we don't all have the same placements. So this is uniquely you. And then we have the Lovers card. This is another major arcana card, and this can be about lovers, partners. This could even be about business people, contracts and commitments. There is a sense of evaluation here, too. A need to determine what you want to do with this relationship. Do you want to elevate it? Do you want to recommit to it? Is this something that's new for you, and are you deciding if you want to take the next step with this other person or not? If this is business, do you still want to stay in business with this person? Do you want to change the terms of the agreement? Or do you want to dissolve the business or be bought out because you're turning your focus elsewhere now? You really need to sit and think and step into your feelings on these things. Lean into that part of you to decide what you want your next step for this relationship to be and what your level of commitment is to it at this time. And you need to be honest with yourself here, because that's how you can best honor yourself, and it's about self-respect there too. What do you want? You're the primary concern in this connection, and should be the primary concern when you're coming to this decision. Okay, let's see what we have on the back of the deck for you. We have the Two of Pentacles. So, yeah, through that divine matrix comes balance for you. You need to pay attention to those patterns. because that's where you're going to see if some area, something is getting out of control, something is starting to unravel, so you can nip it in the bud. And maybe you look across the tapestry or whatever it is and see another place where something is also unraveling. What is similar about those things? Where can I balance them? If you tug on one, is it going to pull on the other, kind of thing? You need to make sure things are balanced and stable for you as you're going through this and learning this and evaluating your life in a lot of ways here in these next few weeks. Make sure you have that solid foundation and you're maintaining that, so you have a strong base from which to work and evaluate and determine what you want to do next. Okay, let's get into the film strip feature of these cards. Getting them together one by one, hopefully somewhat straight. Okay, so hopefully this is represents the sequence of events and the timing of things over these next few weeks. So we come in with this discovery after maybe a day or two into the mid-month, and it takes a few days to really absorb and understand what exactly is going on, what exactly it is that you are feeling and sensing that other people may not be. They're not picking up on the nuances of this. Your own intuition is also partially what's leading you here and causing you to do this self-reflection. Why are you recognizing that in this other person? Because that is part of who you are too. You understand why somebody might do that, but why would they do that for you is going to be your next question. And that's where you step in with this bold queen energy and asking point blank, why, when, how long, and having a very strong, blunt discussion with this other person about what's going on. And maybe even finding some common ground here and coming to an understanding that we just need to be brutally honest with each other going forward, which you would have no problem being, for the most part. So, and then we have a couple of days, maybe after that, to just kind of let things calm down a little bit. But then you get this driving desire to learn more, to discover something. This secret revealed something in you, or just inspires you to indulge your curiosity, to take a chance on something, to act in a way that is new to you, that has promise for your future. A little bit of wish on a star energy. Oh, okay, yeah. You want to journey to the peak, and you're going to hear figuring out how you can do that. What does that mean to you? There's also this feeling with the way these wands are laid out here, of passing the baton. So you may need to hand over responsibility for something to other people so that you can pursue this new passion. So there may be talks of a handoff of something like that. And then this part of this new ascent, this new journey, this new passion for you, is that journey within to figure out where exactly do you want to take this? How far do you want to take this? Are you going all the way up to the top? Which direction do you want to go? And again, do you want to follow the same path others maybe have done? Or are you going to forge your own path? What are you being driven to do? What is it? How does this feel to you? And then overlapping that part of this internal journey is perhaps what you determine coming out of this is that something needs to change or evolve with your relationships, because these are overlapping. So there's continuity here. So coming out of this period of meditation and internalization and reflection again, comes this feeling like, okay, we need to have a talk. What is it we both want out of the future? What are your goals? These are my goals. These are the things I now know that I want after this period. How does that fit into this connection, into this relationship, into this commitment? What does that look like? If this is what I want out of this, what does that look like to you? What does that mean to you? So it's a little bit about having that discussion with your partner too, on expectations and evolving roles maybe. But there is a need to have that discussion and to feel good in it. You are feeling much calmer. You're feeling like you're on much more stable ground now that the air has been cleared over here too. But you have some big decisions coming here. And you're ready to make them, where in the past maybe you would have held back. You're ready to make this change. You're ready to stand up and say what it is that you want. All right, and that is what I have for you, Sagittarius, for your mid-September update. Please hit that like button. Please share this video with others. And please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.